Team Covenant. We're at Warmachine Weekend, and I'm here with none other than Carl Morgan, the founder and head dude at Warmachine Weekend.
Probably a good way to put it, I guess.
So what would you consider
No,
yourself?
I lead organizer, but I mean, there's a lot of people now that help out, so I'm just part of it anymore.
Awesome.
A few years ago, it would have been me and a couple other people, but now it takes a full team to run it. So.
Awesome. So what is, in your own words, Warmachine Weekend?
Warmachine Weekend, I would like to think, is one of the premier conventions for like Warmachine only, like that people can come to, whether you are a casual first-time player or if you are the top-tier tournament player, you can come to and just have a good time for the weekend.
Now, explain a little bit, how does the whole qualifying Warmachine Weekend thing work?
So the qualifier for the Invitational, that's the only thing that you have to qualify for. There's a lot of other events going on other than that.
Sure.
But the Invitational, we start out with a number of events around the country, and then we get 16 players. We start out with one player who was the champion from the previous year, and then we work up starting at TempleCon. We invite the Masters winner there and work our way through the year at various events, Gen Con, Lock and Load, all the way to some local tournaments, and then work up here, and we get a field of 16 players. We really feel that when it comes to these 16 players, they are some of the best players in the world. And then they battle it out on the last day of the tournament, and we see who ends up being the winner.
Now, you don't have to answer this, but do you have a favorite or I think this guy will probably win?
I do so much organizing with other events, and I see who gets qualified, and there's so many good players. It's really hard. And I'm not just saying this to not. There are people in the event that I really like, and I have friends that are in the event. But there's so many good players, I can't just say, oh yeah, this person is definitely going to win it. Part of me, like, because I'm a troll player, part of me wants Flanzer to win it just because
he's a troll.
He's a troll, and he's a troll player.
That's awesome. So now, give us a little history. What's the start of Warmachine Weekend? And
Okay,
how long has it been going on?
Back in 2004, back in the summer of 2004, the original history was I wanted to get the press gangers together just for a weekend to play, because the whole thing was sort of new. The press gangers were really going out, doing a lot of work trying to promote the game. It was a lot of people that were coming from other games and really have latched on to this game and just learned to love it real fast. And so we wanted to have a weekend where we could all just hang out and do our own thing and have some tournaments. And then it started with that, and then one press ganger said, hey, can I bring some friends? And another press ganger was like, can I bring some friends? And then it just turned into, and the first year was only about 40 people. There wasn't a ton of people for it. And then just year after year, it slowly grew into what we've got now. So
that's awesome.
It's really built around that whole idea of we're all friends and getting together and just having a good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it has been a great time. So last year, what was attendance like?
We had, and I cannot remember off the top of my head because I'm a little sleep deprived right now.
Happens.
It was either 179 or 189 for player attendance. I did not count other people there. I know we had over 200 people that were there, but as far as player attendance, we were in that that 180 to 190 range.
And what are the numbers like this year?
We player attendance this year, we're sitting I think at 258 right now.
That's awesome.
So pretty good growth from last year to this year.
So now you also moved this year from Springfield to St. Louis.
Yes.
Which is a little more of a hub city, which
Yep.
helps. Where, as the founder, as the legal organizer, where do you see Warmachine Weekend going? What's the future? Is it just the?
I think right now, next year we're going to stay here. In fact, we're in this venue again next year.
Awesome.
And we might be looking at a new place because I don't know if we're going to outgrow it next year. Next year's going to be our 10th anniversary as well, so I have no clue. With the percentage of increase of players this year to next year, I don't know what we're going to be looking at. But I wouldn't be shocked if we get well over 300 people for next year.
That's awesome. So do you have any special plans for the 10th year?
We've got some ideas. And then we always take feedback from year to year and sort of put it into next year. This year, we introduced a series of events of 8-man. We call them 8-man scenario scrambles.
Yeah.
They're just quick 8-man tournaments where you play one scenario, and I was using them as a way to give people who drop out of other events something to do until the next one they play in. But now, like, we fill those up before anything else filled up. So next year we're probably going to run a ton of those and in different flavors. So.
It's a pretty cool way to do something different, meet new people.
Yeah.
You don't have to commit too much time to it. So it's
Yeah.
actually really cool. So what do you think is the thing that changed or the biggest win this year so far?
It's moving it to St. Louis. The best part was actually having it to where people from out of country can travel here easier. With flying to St. Louis is immensely cheaper than flying to Springfield. You have advantages of, like me organizing in Springfield was really nice because I could drive 10 minutes to the venue and get things worked out, whereas this year I had to do it 3 hours away. But getting a lot more people in, it makes it better in the long run.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, like we've got, like, Jamie Perkins flew over from England, and that was really sweet. We got guys from Canada. We got guys, from all over the U.S. It's just moving it here has expanded, and that's sort of that's why we moved, is we wanted to get it to more people.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Great event. Thank you for having a wonderful Warmachine Weekend, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, awesome. Thanks
Carl.